Hey all, welcome back to Fire and Water Travel Services. My name is Darren, and today we're going to do a quick tour of Saint John in the U.S. Virgin Islands. This was actually a port that we stopped at on our cruise on the Silver Seas Silver Ray cruise ship, and it's one of the very few ships that actually will dock here for Saint John. I'll be right back. Hey all, welcome to Fire and Water Travel Services. We specialize in affordable luxury and culinary adventures with all types of travel, including cruises, all-inclusives, and any type of travel that you're looking for. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this channel. Hey all, in case you did not know, Saint John in the U.S. Virgin Islands, the whole entire island is a national park. And as soon as you disembark your shuttle here, from either your cruise ship or from Saint Thomas, you're going to run into the Virgin Islands National Park Visitor Center. This is Cruise Bay, and this is the main port for Saint John in the U.S. Virgin Islands. You can either take a shuttle over here from Saint Thomas, which a lot of people do, or you can, your smaller cruise ships like our Silver Sea Silver Ray will dock out in the bay and then have their shuttles bring you in. So really beautiful. As you can see, St. Thomas right across the bay there, and so it's very close by. A lot of people, like I said, will come over from St. Thomas and spend the day on St. John exploring, hitting up the beaches, and just checking out all the different things to see over here in the national park for the Virgin Islands. So the first place we stopped on our tour was Canela Bay, which is on the northern part of the island, and it's kind of very secluded, so I didn't see a whole lot of people here. What we did is just kind of drove around and took a look at it. We didn't get out to the beach or anything here, but as you can tell, nice, very white, sandy, blue water, and just not a whole lot of people on this side of the area here. So no bars or anything over there, just pretty much people would go over there, pull out their towels, lay down, and have a good day at the beach. So very nice looking area there, Canal Bay. Next we went over to Trunk Bay, which is very popular, very famous area, and the beach there is amazing. But another thing that it does have is a snorkeling trail that kind of goes off the beach, and I'll show you in a second just where it goes. But this is Trunk Bay, very famous, very nice looking beach. Of course, a lot of people go right here when they get off, but this is the actually underwater snorkeling trail. You can follow these rocks from the beach, and there's all kinds of markers and stuff you can see on the trail there. And as you can see where it is from the beach here, a lot of people will just come to the beach, hang out, and then throw on their snorkeling mask and snorkel and do that snorkeling trail that goes right along those rocks there. Pretty cool thing to do. Check it out if you ever come to Trunk Bay on St. John in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So we continued along the road, and we actually came to another spot that had a cool little bar area and restaurant right across from where this Maho Bay is. So it's another popular area with the tourists that come over here for the day, or people that bring their boats over here. Very nice beach area, nice little secluded inlet, so you don't have a whole lot of waves or anything like that. So the water is very calm, very clear. The white sand beach, of course, and just very, very popular for people coming over. If you don't go to Trunk Bay, they'll actually come here to Moho Bay. So if you can tell, a lot of people park their boats out here and just spend the day snorkeling around there, just relaxing, checking out the beach. So next we went on to Annaberg Plantation, which St. John used to have a lot of sugar plantations on it. It was what it was known for. And Annaberg has some ruins here that it's a popular stop for the tours. It's right on the water, and as you can tell, we kind of took the side trail up the side, but it's all these stone structures here that were part of the sugar plantation. This is kind of the layout here, and they show you it's really done well here. where they actually show you how the sugar plantation operated. But right across the bay is Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And one of the things that this placard will tell you is that they used to have slaves on this island working the sugar plantations, and across the bay at the British Virgin Islands, they didn't have slavery. So a lot of times, people would try to swim across the bay to get over to freedom. But it didn't really work out too well, because it looks it's a lot farther away than it looks. So, but a really cool place to see these ruins of the sugar plantation as well, and just learn a little bit of history of the island and what it was actually made and what it was actually used for back in the day. So, it really. The whole tour itself was about 2 hours or so. This was towards the end, and we started working our way back towards Cruz Bay after we left here. We did, this is the oven that they used to boil the sugar cane in to make the molasses. So it's, like I said, it was really interesting to see and experience this area. On the way back, this was Coral Bay. We didn't really get down into it, but we could see this from the top of one of the mountains. So very beautiful vistas and views here. Made our way back to Cruz Bay, and we decided to go into the visitor center and just go ahead and check out all that was there to offer that we could see in the visitor center. And like I said, it did have some pretty good information there about St. John, where all the different beaches and everything around there, and just some different information about the islands. Had knickknacks there that you could, and souvenirs you could buy, but had a little park here with a little pavilion that you could get some rest, and take a lunch if you needed to, and restrooms and all that. So it was a pretty cool little setup, very laid back. I mean, even though we weren't the only ship in port that day, we had another smaller ship like ours that had about 700 people on it, but it really wasn't overcrowded. It was really, a well laid out little port with some shops and things around and little restaurants and stuff, but nothing overly touristy about it. It was really cool, and really liked hanging out here at the information center and learning more about St. John itself and the Virgin Islands. Like I said, it's really close to Saint Thomas, so you can actually, if you're staying in Saint Thomas, you can actually go there for the day and just relax, go to the beaches, check out all the different little things you can see on the island. So highly recommend it, guys, if you get a chance to go to St. John. It's a really good day, a day stay for you. So thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and check out fireandwatertravel.com.